Okay, the topic I'm thinking about is inflation. I recently decided to buy a car as my means of the transportation during the summer vacation. But I don't know what the price will be in the future to change. So I choose to investigate the price change of the second-hand cars in the past year, and I found something interesting. Through this chart, we found that the price of the used cars has increased significantly in the past year. In December 2021, Jeep rose by 29% compared with January of the same year, and Ford rose by 33%. Toyota rose by 37% compared with the same year. Why the price increase so huge? Well, in this 2021 US inflation rate chart, I found something. The higher the in the higher inflation rate, the more currency is depreciating and the price rising. From the graph, we can see that the US inflation rate had fully turned off 1.4 in January to 7 in December. Wow, 5 times. So, why? Well, I suppose the following 3 points are the reason for inflation. Well, I suppose to follow the 3 points are the reason inflation. Excessive money supply. Excessive money supply only corresponds to the given amount of the goods and service, which will inevitably lead to currency depreciation, raising price, and inflation. Second, the cost increase. When the money supply increases, the price of some commodity will rise. After the cost price rise, the related industrial chain will lose money if it doesn't follow the price rise. Therefore, the cost increasing may lead to inflation. Third, increased demand and insufficient supply. When the demand of the commodities will only increase and there is too much money supply, hoarding goods has become the first choice, but in fact, the supplies of commodities is small and the demand is large, which will lead to a general rise in price. Hoarding goods, you may be wondering why the currency devaluation chose to hoarding goods. Well, when inflation comes, the value of all goods is same, no increasing, no increasing or decreasing. Yeah, all goods, the values of all goods. Only the goods price is rising. And the only thing that can be sure is that the banknotes, the money in your hand, are always depreciating. Then through the act of purchasing goods, the purchasing power of ensure the equal value of the goods is equal to the currency after currency in the future. This is why we choose the hoarding goods. Well, this is a process chart of inflation I sum it up. The first is that a large increase in demand will lead to overissued of money. This is the beginning of the inflation. For example, in 2020, due to COVID-19, the global demand of the mask and medical equipment has greatly increased, server price rising, leading to over-insure of the currency. The inflation began to, and the second, then the inflation began to affect other industry and the over-issued money follows into the market, which destroy the structure of the market economies. So in the end, the process of the all in terms in the market will rise. The over market beginning to decrease the inflation, which is manifested in the rise in the price of the all goods and the valuation of the currency. It's not too difficult to feel that for everyone to realize in the real life in the past 2 years. The all goods price in our lives is rising. So how to solve this problem? The first, compress others' financial expenditure. Second, reduce currency insurance. Third, increasing spending on construction of public infrastructure. Fourth, insurance of government bonds. What's the point of doing this? Compress other financial expedition. It is just very important. It can help us save a lot of money to replace printing the money. Strive to achieve a balance of the payment and avoid to could lead to more that physical deficit that could lead to a more serious crisis. Reduce currency issuance. Stabilize the value of the currency so that we have a relatively standard rule for the revenue, and we have the toys. That means we have the toys and increasing spending on construction of the public, provide more jobs and increasing the total supply in the market. This measure is very easy, is very useful, such as the most famous project of 32's president of the United States, President Roosevelt. He built the Tennessee Water Conservancy Project and Colorado River Project to figure out the crisis in 1930s. And now China's high-speed rail is an excellent means of elevating inflation. So assurance of the government bond gather free funds in the society and reduce the total market demand. The role of the treasury bonds is to gather the free social funds and reduce the market demand to the stabilize commodity price. And little tips how to calculate the price at a specific time. So I find a formula. P1 equal P0 times inflation rates plus P0. P1 represents represents your predicted price. P0 is current price you are looking at. The inflation rate is the current inflation rate at the time of your serve. Then after you find two of the factor, you can easily to calculate the price you want to for a specific time period. Three. So if you have any question, you can find me on QQ or my email, and or you can come to my room and we can discuss something about the problem, where the problem is. Thank you.